Cases on all you.
Destroy. King Kong.
24-hour lockdown.
All right, America's team is where we begin.
Wally, get a hold of this guy.
There's a lot of delays. We're on the struggle bus right now. Micah Parsons' contract situation continues to loom over Dallas as he still remains without a new deal during a star-studded blue carpet premiere of the Netflix documentary America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys. Late last night in Hollywood, Hall of Famer Michael Irvin and owner Jerry Jones had some interesting comments about Parsons. Let's listen.
I would appreciate it more if he just get the Micah Parsons deal done. That's what I told him over here. I told everybody I appreciate Jerry more if he gets Micah Parsons deal done.
Would it be a bigger risk to pay or trade Micah? You talk about risk, you know about risk, as far as it is today.
All of it's a risk.
Right.
Okay, I don't want to kill the great mood you're in, Marcus, but would it be a bigger risk paying or trading Micah?
It'll be a bigger risk trading Micah because you have no alternative right now. And it would also signal to everybody that you're not serious about at least putting your best foot forward to try to compete, to try to win a Super Bowl and get in the playoffs and make a deep run. That is the now, right? There is always trade packages that can happen, Molly Q, that people will be like, okay, man, we got a haul. Hopefully we can start building and put this team in the right direction. That doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. That's not the foreseeable future. The foreseeable future right now is to get one of the best defensive players in the NFL, not on your team, in the NFL, signed under contract so you can move forward towards winning and trying to do it in a big way. But ultimately, it can't be that simple for the Cowboys. It never can be simple. It's always got to be something extra, some foolishness going on around it. It just has to be. So that's the bigger risk is trading him.
I agree with Marcus because what was the plan? What was the reason? What was the reason that we knew Micah would want money early in the offseason? And we knew this was even coming down the pike last year. We talked about how Dak had to get paid, CD had to get paid, and Micah as well. Trading him at this point makes me question, well, if trading him was really an option for you guys, why didn't you just do it in March? Why didn't you just do it before the draft, during free agency when you can get a haul? Everything about the Cowboys, when I talk to people around the league, they always say the Cowboys make no sense. They always say, why do they let Jerry Jones get in front of a mic? Because when he does, he makes the situation worse for his players, and the things he says doesn't make any sense. And I find that with this team, if you follow these beat writers in Dallas, Dak, it looks good in practice. We should be excited about George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb getting on the field together. There are other things, football things we should be talking about. But the trading of Micah just says we had no plan and we don't know what the future is going to be.
This is, I want to start off by saying this because I'm going to irritate some people when I say this, but I love my brother. He knows that, so I can say this to him about him. Michael Irvin, I need you to get a haircut. Let me get that out the way first. That's on my mind right now. I need Michael Irvin to get a haircut.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree.
I need that brother to get a haircut. Michael Irvin, playmaker. This is your brother talking to you. You know I love you, boy. I miss you the whole night. That's my dog. I need him to get a haircut. I get rid of that damn hairdo. That's number one. Because it's hard to take you seriously when you're looking like that. That's number one. Number two, here's the deal. He's right. He's absolutely right. You know, get Micah Parsons signed, make no mistake about it. When we talk about the bigger risk of trading Micah Parsons, here's why it's the bigger risk. Who's he going to go to if you do trade? Who's he going to go to if he forces his way out and y'all can't reach some kind of accord? This is the National Football League. Listen, I know you don't want him to. I know that you'll do everything you can to prevent it from happening. Don't let that brother get in the Eagles uniform. He's from Pennsylvania. Don't let him get in the Eagles uniform.
Oh,
Lord have mercy.
Please,
that cannot happen.
Don't do that.
That cannot happen, okay? So, of course, it's a bigger risk. No. It's a bigger risk in that regard. But it is important to bring this up. What's your cap situation, you the Dallas Cowboys? With Dak, with CeeDee Lamb, these boys, I mean, you already got about damn near $200 million committed to 3 players. How much cap space are you going to have once you sign Micah Parsons? You're talking about a situation, even when the cap gets elevated next year, assuming that Micah Parsons gets signed, you're going to have about 50 million or so for 45 other players, considering how bad their cap situation is. That's problematic for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's why when you look at trading Parsons, although it's something that I would strongly advise against, I think the brother's a stud. You want to keep him because he's a stud. Who knows if Jerry Jones is thinking there's a boatload of assets I'd be able to get for Micah Parsons. I believe it's not worth it. I believe you keep him, you sign him. He's a stud. He personifies what Jerry wants the Cowboys to be. We believe in this brother. But Jerry might be looking that way because of how bad of a job he has done in terms of positioning the Cowboys cap-wise. And he might not have much of a choice.
There you go, S.A. There you go. That's what I was waiting on.
Jerry could also be looking at this situation and saying, we haven't won with Micah, which, you know, Swagoo and I talked about it earlier on Get Up. They haven't won with him there. It hasn't resulted in the title.
Jerry hasn't won with anybody in 30 years.
That's not my logic. I'm saying Jerry could be saying that there's a risk in paying this guy. None of it makes logical sense, though, because, S.A., to your point, if he's looking at Micah and saying, you know what, I could get a haul, he could have gotten a haul in March. Why are we 3 weeks away from September, and we're at a point where he hasn't paid him yet? What is the logic?
Go ahead, Swag. You said that's where I was. You were agreeing with what I said? You were agreeing with what I said?
Yes, because to Kmart's point, or you could have did the contract last year and got yourself in a situation where you have maneuverability and be able to have flexibility to do other things that you need to do with the team. Now think about it. This team paid Dak Prescott. They paid CeeDee Lamb. They paid Odigizua, that one of their D tackles. They paid Diggs a couple years ago, and you get the guy in this situation that needs to get paid, and we sitting here talking about what if they could potentially trade for Micah Parsons. Well, you probably should have tried to trade for one of those other guys and get some allocation and some resources for them. This ain't the guy you trade. This ain't the guy you let walk out the building if you trying to at least sell to the fan base that you're trying to win a Super Bowl or trying to make a deep run. So to your point, Stephen A., if you are having to think about a trade and all of the assets that you could get from Micah Parsons, that's business. Ain't nobody gonna bat an eye at that, right? There's enough trade assets for pretty much any player outside of a couple of these quarterbacks that you would take and say, okay, we gonna build from there. But ultimately, if you take care of business earlier and you not try to drag this out and we get to training camp and he's not signed, maybe you do have flexibility to sign Derrick Henry last year. Maybe you do have flexibility to sign players that can help you win.
Let me help you out, my brother, because I'm going to get specific here with some stats because y'all need to know this. It's important, okay?
Yep.
With Dak Prescott and his overpaid ass. Here's the deal. Let's